creamy turnip, carrot, and potato soup.
Happy Thursday, friends. Today is January 4th, and so I wanted to jump on because remember we talked about the fact that January is National Soup Month, and I love me some soup. Love, love, love it. I made a brand new soup today. This is called, I keep stumbling on the name. I don't know why. It's not like it's difficult. It is a creamy turnip, carrot, and potato soup. So you've got some root vegetables in there. You've got good carbs for you. And it has also garlic and onions and either a veggie or a chicken stock and a little bit of, you could use heavy cream, you could use half and half, you could use evaporated milk, or you could leave it out altogether. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how I made the soup, and then we're going to come back and talk about just how yummy this is. Oh my gosh. Take a look.
For this soup, you're going to need turnips, carrots, potatoes, onions, garlic, heavy cream, chicken stock, salt, pepper, and butter. Okay, so I have peeled the potatoes and the carrots, and they are boiling until they get soft, which will be about 15 to 20 minutes. Over here, I have the next step in the soup making process prepped and ready to go. I have some green onions, I have some butter, I have some garlic, and I have the turnips. And I will be sauteing those until everything is soft and tender. Then I will be adding in, after I drain everything, I will be adding in some chicken broth and some heavy cream at the very end. Okay, so my carrots and potatoes were soft, so I have them draining over here. And now I've added in a tablespoon of butter, a tablespoon of olive oil, and my diced green onions. Now you could use a regular yellow onion, but I had a lot of green onions, and I thought, you know what, I think I'm going to use my green onions today. So I'm going to let this simmer so that they get soft, and then I will be adding in my garlic, and then after that I will add in the turnips. So my onions have been simmering for about 4 minutes, and now I've added in my garlic. Now you can use fresh garlic. It's a couple of cloves of fresh garlic, or I have a lot of garlic already prepared. I buy it in the jar. Some people disagree with that, but I go for convenience a lot of times. And so now I'm letting the garlic saute with the onions, and I'm going to be pouring in my turnips. Now my turnips I peeled, washed, peeled, diced. So again, now I'm waiting till the turnips also get soft. So I'm going to mix all this around. Then we're going to put it all together. We're going to puree it. So as the rest of the onions, the garlic, and the turnips are sauteing, I decided to go ahead and start my puree with the carrots and potatoes. Now, one thing I want you to notice, this is not dirty. That is steam from the carrots and potatoes. So what I've done is I have lifted up my little vent so that when I hit the puree button, the steam escapes. Otherwise, you'll have a little mini explosion on your hands. So here we go. Let's do a pulse. I'm just going to pulse it a few times. And then I'm going to hit a puree. This is my Ninja blender. I love that thing. It works great. Okay, so now I've added in the green onions, the turnips, and the garlic with a little bit of butter. I sauteed in butter and olive oil. And again, have the vent just up, and I'm going to continue to puree this. Did you see that? Something still popped out. Okay, so my puree is done. I've got my chicken stock in here, and I'm just going to pour the puree in, and you can use vegetable stock. You don't have to use chicken stock. That's just what I had. So hold on a second. So I want to make sure that I get as much of that yummy goodness out. So I used my Pampered Chef, one of my spatulas. It's kind of like a spoonula because it's a scraper spatula, but it has like a concave, so you can actually use it kind of like a spoon. Now I am stirring this all in. I could use a whisk, but I'm just going to get this all incorporated, and I've got my oven on, or my stove top on medium, and I'm just going to let this incorporate. Now you can see that there's a few green onion slices in there. I can use my immersion blender and get it absolutely 100% pureed, and you may want to do that. I like seeing a little bit of the greenery because I want people to know what I have in here. Once this is warm, I'm going to taste it, and I'm going to add salt and pepper, and then if I want it to be a little, if I want it to have some heat, I will add either some cayenne pepper or some chili flake and kick up the heat a little bit on this. Sometimes when you're working with cream soups, especially when you're adding heavy cream, sometimes it gives it the soup kind of a sweeter taste to it, and I don't really care for sweet soups. That's just my own preference. But what I usually do is when I add the cream, if it tastes a little sweet to me and I don't care for that flavor and I want to kind of counterbalance, I will add some kind of heat. And then you've got that sweet heat thing going, and it works really, really well. So I did decide to go ahead and add in some chili flake. Like I said, I like a little bit of heat. Some people think chili flake is too strong. I personally do not. I added some salt. I added some pepper. It's warming up. And now I'm going to add in just a little bit of heavy cream. Now you can use half and half. You could use evaporated milk. You could use whatever. So just a couple little turns. That might have maybe been a quarter cup. But see how it lightens up the color of the soup, and it adds a creaminess to the texture. Now, what I would do with this, because it's turnips, potatoes, carrots, onions, garlic, I would top it with maybe just a couple of croutons, maybe a little dollop of sour cream, because potatoes and sour cream always go really well together. A sprinkling of some fresh parsley, and you've got a fabulous either entree for if you're going to have like a soup and salad dinner, or a really great lunch that is healthy, full of nutrients, and not really calorie dense. It's sunk. Throw a couple of croutons on there. You can make these, or you can get them in a bag. You can also top it with some fresh chives or scallions if you don't have any parsley. So this is my creamy, what's in it? Turnip, carrot, potato soup. And I added a little dollop of sour cream. I added a couple of croutons, and I sprinkled some chives on the top. And so let's see how it tastes. Oh, that is really good. You really don't even need the croutons just by itself. That would also be a really good soup for like dipping grilled cheese in. And it's so funny because I used to hate tomato soup and grilled cheese. Now as an adult, I find it to be like a gourmet thing. So I'm always looking for soups that I can use to dip my sandwiches in. Anyway, this is the creamy turnip, carrot, and potato soup. And I will put the ingredients in the comments below. For more video recipes, follow me on YouTube at Nan's Table or theprincessable.com.